Nagpur. So we have these 3 different offices based globally. We have around 150 members spread around different parts of US and Mumbai and Nagpur. So we are growing, of course. As far as technology is concerned, we have an enterprise class healthcare solution platform using the internet architecture. So right now everything is internet based. So rather than going, what do I say, in the old fashioned way, client server based kind of a model, we opted for an ASP model where people has easy access to their data, working from home, working from their clinic, on vacation, wherever they have internet access, they should be able to access their product and work on it. Then Prognosys has browser-based user interface and has following products. Basically, we have 4 different products and services. The first and the main that we have is called the EMR. EMR is electronic medical record, or sometimes people call it electronic health record, EHR also. And it's a completely integrated software. So if a clinic wants to purchase our EMR, and if they have a different registration system where they have registered patients or have been using it for appointments and other things earlier, they can purchase our product and sync it with our product and use it as an EMR. And we do interfaces and integration with any other product as well. Yeah. Faster? Okay. Let me sum it up quickly then. We have a practice management system, or a billing system as we call it, which allows us to do billing for our patients to the insurance companies. And we have a revenue cycle management system, which is a RCM as we call, which does billing for our clients. And then we have a patient portal where the patients can access their data, as I was telling, from anywhere. We have major interfaces with various labs, pharmacies, practice management systems, radiology systems, etc. through an interface called HL7 interface, and the data gets transferred. Then we have an EDI interface with major clearing houses where we transfer all our data for our billing to the insurance companies. Prognosys is basically certified as ARA certification, as it is called. US government is promoting reimbursements to the clinics who go paperless, big time. So they get around $20,000 per year as a reimbursement for using an EMR system. So EMRs are and for that, for qualified for that, they have to be ARA and CCHI certified. So we are a CCHI and ARA certified product. Then we have around 2,000 small and medium-sized practices as our customers. So smaller clinics, like 10 to 25 providers practices is our main target area. And our largest practice currently that we've signed up is 119 clinics under one umbrella and around 250 physicians in it. So we are growing. I mean, we started off as a smaller, targeting smaller clinics. Now as our product is maturing, we are also targeting bigger clinical practices. Then we are also spread across almost all states of US, including Alaska and Hawaii. And we have also customers in Caribbean and the Puerto Rico. Then there are around 20 different specialties of various providers that we support, like internal medicine, pain management, you name it, and we support it. So any clinic which comes with a specialty, we have ready templates for them, ready material for them, what type of workflow they have is all customized for them. It's just plug and play, and a small training is required. Then we have some additional modules like patient kiosks and dashboards, etc. Then we acquired a company called EMR Experts, which is a web-based EMR consulting company, and they are the ones who basically tell practices or guide them on which product to go with. There are so many products being available in the market these days that they need guidance on which product to go with. So this particular company is basically acquired by Bizmatics, which gained us a lot of new clients. And we are self-funded. Mr. Vinay Deshpande himself, being an entrepreneur, being a successful venture capitalist, he invested the entire money for this company. And basically it's a successful venture so far. As far as Nagpur office is concerned, Bizmatics India Private Limited is a subsidiary of Bizmatics Inc. And we have two branches, as I told you, Mumbai and Nagpur. The Nagpur branch was started in the year 2006, and the total employees in Nagpur now are 40. And the basic focus that we have in Nagpur is product management. For example, we have 4 different products, as I showed you, and basically what should go into the product. Whenever a client requests some features, some enhancements, whether they are viable, whether they are feasible, whether it's good for the product, that is decided by the product managers. I, being one of the product managers for our billing module, we have to take that decision of what goes in. Even though our development is done in Mumbai, product management itself is done in Nagpur, which is a very good thing because that governs or shapes the product itself. Then we have a quality analysis team, a QA team. So even though the development is in Mumbai, the entire QA of our product takes place here in Nagpur. So, which is another good thing because basically any product which is not analyzed properly, QA'd properly, is not going to last in the market for long. Then we have implementation and training department here. So any new client that we get is handed over to our implementation team. They are the ones who get the requirements from the client, they train the clients, and they bring them up and running and make them live. So that is their role. Then we have a configuration team of our product. So any customization needed, tweaking needed to any particular template or any questionnaire to be added, any letter, forms, whatever is needed is done by this team. And then finally, the most important is a technical support team. So support is basically the heart of any company, any product. And that entire support of our product is being done from our Nagpur office here. So that's a big responsibility that we have, and we've tried to successfully achieve that. So we have kind of 24/7 operation here. Our office is always on. We have a day team working on non-client interaction kind of things. Plus we have a night team which needs interaction with our clients. So calling clients, supporting clients, having training with them, having gathering requirements is concerned. All that is done by our night team. Now, basically when I moved back to India, I moved with this responsibility of setting up our Nagpur office. I've been associated with Bizmatics since the year 2004. And then when in 2007 it was decided to have a Nagpur branch, I volunteered for it and I was chosen for it, you can say either way. And the responsibility, though seemed simpler when I took it up, it turned out to be a very challenging responsibility. The lot of challenges that we faced here was to begin with unreliable power supply, unreliable internet supply. We started off working from home. We hardly got any bandwidth, so we could not work, we could not call. Good quality phones were not, or lines were not available. Finding professional workforce was the biggest challenge that we faced. So overall the professionalism is lacking here is what I feel, and maybe there are a lot of reasons behind that, but that was the very struggling point for us to get a good workforce to work for us.
Malvika, please sum it up.
Sure.
We are short of time.
Yeah. We had a language problem, poor English. We had good talent. Leave Nagpur very soon, so we can't get hold of them. Then we have lack of work ethics and professionalism here in Nagpur, a big problem. Unwillingness to work in the night shift and lack of exposure to the US healthcare environment. So these were our challenges. We kind of overcame most of them, and we moved from home, set up to a proper IT park office, which was a big boost for us, and we could attract a lot of good candidates. Generator, UPS, all those hardware related or structural things we did. We also went and we could get good lease lines because we were now in the IT park, which we could not get in a home setup. Then we are the best salary payers in Nagpur currently, so we attract good candidates by paying them well. We have professionals with good exposure and work ethics who come back to Nagpur and join us. So that's a boost to our entire environment. And various soft skills courses that we conduct to train our staff, how to speak in English, how to talk with the US clients, to understand their accent, how to communicate well with them. So we've tried our best to set up this office, and I hope in the future we'll continue to do so. And as a result of that, with all these responsibilities that we have in the Bizmatics Nagpur team, it has become a backbone of the entire Bizmatics company, I would say. So,
Thank you, Malavika. I would now request Mr. Sharad Khandelwal. He's the director of WITS Incorporation, has around 21 years plus experience in IT industry, and basically into sales and marketing a lot. So, over to you, sir.
Good evening to all of you. My name is Sharad Khandelwal. I'm coming from IT background of more than 2 decades. I came to Nagpur 1 year back. Prior to that, I was in abroad as well as in pan-India operations. Before I proceed for the presentation, my earlier speakers have already, thanked TIE, and certainly I also want to thank TIE for the wonderful job which they are doing, because Central India happens to be not having good professionals around is being termed as. But here I could certainly, proudly say that because of the TIE, I could see, a lot of professionals, a lot of ethics, a lot of business people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people, those who have got a foresightedness are around with us, right? So thank you, TIE. Thanks a lot. So can we have a clap for all the TIE members, TIE people? And let me tell you, when I became a member of TIE, the first opportunity which I got in TIE to attend the TIECon conference. And the TIECon conference, I'm sure the people, those who have attended, it was a world-class conference, right? So once again, thank you very much, TIE, for bringing me out here, for at least sharing my thoughts, where I feel whatever my corporate knowledge is, I'm going to just impart to. I'm not here to talk about any kind of business, but here, what I feel that, whatever which we could give it back to the corporate world. So before I start the presentation, I'd like to play a small video clip. Audio is there? So that's it. My sense is, what are we talking about? We all have the will, we all have the power, we all have the everything, right? We all need to just have our own conviction level that yes, we have the capability of doing something. So taking forward, let me take this opportunity of introducing myself. Why and what for, I had started my own venture now. WITS Incorporation, myself, 22 years of working experience. I was country head for Toshiba. I was national head for Acer, Wipro, Indra Micro, and PCL. If somebody understands this business coming out of the entire business of indirect business and the direct business. Direct business, the business where you interact with the customer directly, and indirect business when you appoint your franchises, distributors, C&F, dealers, and so on and so forth. So you do the business indirectly and do the business directly. So I have the experience of both direct as well as indirect. Depth understanding of IT industry, various senior management assignments, obviously based out in Pan-India as well as in abroad. I had professional honor to give award to Chris Gayle during the Champions League award. I was on live on TV on ESPN and Star Cricket during Chinnaswamy Stadium, and I had the opportunity to be with Sachin Tendulkar for almost 2.5 years when I was given the opportunity to handle the entire marketing division Pan-India as well as Asia Pacific. So I had this good professional honor. So what did I learn, from this, from my entire experience? I just try to sum it up, I had the Pan-India operation, and we talk about the smart work and the hard work and everything, right? Well, we all understand what you mean by smart work and the teamwork. I had the depthness of, business development, expansion initiatives, business planning and investors' interest, leadership and management, sales and marketing operations, distribution channel management, people management. That's a very, very key thing, right? Because some earlier speaker has talked about the talent is not there, right? So you have to have a good people management around. Cross-functional efficiencies, that's very important. Although you can be a good sales, sales organization or a support organization, it doesn't mean that if you're going to be weaker on any of the functions or any of the department, you will not have a control of the entire organizations, right? So, coming to WITS, based on this past experience, I thought that let me go back to Nagpur and start my own operation because I was based out of Gurgaon, then Bangalore, to other places. I came to this particular Nagpur and I started my own venture in November 2012. I thought that what to start and what not to start because there are so many IT players. There's so many IT players around. Wherever I go, I keep meeting to all IT players. But when I try to look at it, what is going to happen in 2015 or 2018, I realized I felt very scary. And I'm sure, the way the current situation, the current scenario of the economy is there, you all guys are understanding what is happening to the dollar and what is happening to the other people, The same thing which we are going to come back with, same discussions around, are we going back to 2003? Are we going to 1999? Are we going back to 91? 89 and so on and so forth. So I thought, okay, fine, when the basics are with 5 Ws and 1 H, why not I dwell upon only those 5 Ws and 1 H? And that's how, this WITS has aroused. WITS is nothing but mental sharpness and inventiveness, keen intelligence, right? So what are the deliverables? I know that Sachin is already looking at me, because of paucity of the time. So I will just take 2 minutes. So our deliverables are very clear. We are into the business consultancy. Why business consulting? Everybody needs a consultant, right? Doctor is nothing but a consultant. An engineer is nothing but a consultant. A lawyer is nothing but a consultant. So why not you can be a consultant, for any of your area. So I want to be a consultant in my own areas where my forte is there, right? A guest faculty to prestigious institutes. I realized in a lot of MBAs, when I was going for a campus recruitment, believe you me, I was not getting a good talent. The talent was missing even from the top MBA institutes. Forget about IITs and IIMs, How many percentage people are there from the IITs and IIMs world? But the rest of the guys, those who are not able to get the real picture of the market, guys are missing in the field. Because when we were recruiting the guys, they were not able to give the deliverables, what the MNCs were up to. So I thought that let me go and give my own, experiences to all these prestigious institutes. Third one is the corporate training. Again, it has been felt, that all the corporate trainers are based out in metros. All the corporate trainers are coming from abroad. Why not the corporate trainers can be from category C towns? Where is the problem? These are all mental blockness which we thought. I thought, okay, fine. Instead of, I could have been in Bangalore or in Gurgaon or other places, but I realized that, no, I should be back in the category C town, wherein, I try to focus on this particular central India belt, and then from here, we can move on to the other places. Then yes, there is also a mega field which is lying. We thought that yes, automation in the industrial sector. Okay, so this is what we are into. So I'll just read out, what are the business consultancy we do. We do business development and expansion initiatives. A lot of budding entrepreneurs are there. Everybody's a sales guy, but nobody's a marketing guy. There is a thinner line between a sales and marketing, right? We all understand. But when somebody wants to go and sell a product, he wants to do the selling like this. But do you have a patience to really go and make your positioning to the market? I'm sorry, Indians are not there. In the worldwide market, we are not there. The way the Japanese, the way Americans, the way Taiwanese are working, we are not there. Our product positioning, it's very, very crucial. Whatever business you guys do, let me tell you, if you have not have the depth understanding of your own product, you can create a good product. But where you have to position, that is very critical to understand. Our distribution and channel management, if you want to reach out to the market, you must have a T1, T2, T3, T2. A lot of these guys, those who come in India, believe you me, when I was reporting to my Japanese director, he came and he said, Namaste. I was shocked. I realized it that this guy is coming directly from Tokyo, and because the Japanese, they bow down fully, so I could understand that I had to also bow down. I bowed it down, but he said Namaste. I was shocked. When he wrote a mail, dear Mr. So-and-so. But whereas I was writing to him, dear San, they write S-A-N, San, right? Instead of Mr. or G or like this. So when I found out that how come you could get this etiquettes of Indian style, he said that he was already in India 9 months back. And he was already getting training at Pune, and in that Pune training, all the Japanese guys, the Korean guys, they come in India, they stay in India for 6 to 9 months, they develop their soft skills, they develop the etiquettes of the Indian management, and then only the first day in that company goes. And that's how, and the way they understand the Indian topography and the geography, believe me, we don't understand. They understand even what is the capital of a girl or a boy. They understand what is a village norms and everything. Right? So this is where the small things comes. Our communication skills is very, very important, communication skills. Negotiation skills is a very huge task. Negotiation is also an art. You will not be able to, able to do business if you don't have, you're not having any kind of this, negotiation skills, right? A developed can-do attitude. This is the biggest thing, biggest problem. Unless, we all heard about the Barack Obama who talked about that I can do it. We can do it. And all has become, top line everywhere. Go to the across world that this particular saying was there. But what about us? What about us? We need to understand, do we have the capability of going ahead in the market and having this attitude of we can do it or not? So let us think about this particular fact that yes, we can certainly do this attitude, right? And yes, public skills and presentation skills. Besides this training and consultancy, we are into the industrial automation. I realized one particular factor also, that a lot of guys are there even in the abroad or in India, those who tries to do the automation part.
Please, sir.
Yeah. So this is a part where we are into a different kind of, all kind of industries. We supply all these controllers, PIDs, HMIs, and there we need a lot of consultancy, and we give a lot of facilities to all the industries, right? So to sum it up, I can only say coming together is a beginning. We have already reached over here. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success, right? And my contact is this, sharathkhandelwal@gmail.com, my mobile number. Thank you very much. And once again, Ty, thank you very much for inviting me over here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Again, we have one saying, wherever we talk to venture capitalists or angel investors, there's something called elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is nothing but when you travel from ground floor to top floor, you get whatever time you get, you have to explain your business. So networking is something where you should not lose your focus, and you should stick within time so that people understand your business far better way. Today we are basically running out of time, so I would again request, next we have 2 presentations. I would request them to stick in 5 minutes. So we have Mr. Praful Tembre. Now we are just moving ahead from IT sector to a very different kind of sector with Mr. Tembre. Please, sir.
Thank you, Ty. I am here to have a network. Sharadji, you will be my consultant. Agreed, Navani. Agreen Solar. I'm from a specific background. I'm working for rural India. I understand India has two parts, urban area. The require specific so go green with agri. Let's use solar energy. It's free and there are means and now it's affordable. Stabilization, why do we can have and applications are. We see R2 there. So academicians have to. So I was 20 in. I was a lecturer, officer. I was a hockey player, Sadas, national trainer for my Maharashtra, and then was the organizer for programs. And suddenly I thought to and let's start my ideas and exposure can do to and give to rural. Basically, you all are you are in urban area to present. They are relevant. It may be a 10 year. We have solar systems. It may be a what we are having it. We start from 12,000 to people. Give you by 780 from this polluting Kandil to a LED based. This is a small application of my. And then in Mandirs are now using different individual power system. Rashtriya Gramin Yojana 110. See, big city, water outskirt, Juggi Jhopadi, they don't have. They have only one. And time Hapsi pumping, hand pump level, they have no water. In rural areas and from 2 kilometers in worse. And with this solar pumps, got a very good solution. We have removed backwash maintenance and 5,000 liter tanks. So we fill it in and 24/7 supply is given. Here's water in sitting. See, get water and skillful job tool. Now it is with solar it is being provided. Pan end. Also, pumps in remote area are there identified. Previously, it's to go and pump, put diesel pump. It is again. It starts, goes into the area and greeneries and monkeys and tigers and all. Then we are into system integration. We have solar energy parks. People say industries will run on solar or not. I say yes. Electricity generated from any source is same. The same power is there. Solar power is also same. And why on grounds we can have a floating platform and evaporation is reduced by 70% and spacious. Water body evaporation is eliminated and the free land space is available and see fortunately